The domain of discourse is the collection of objects we are talking about. And so the variables for our predicates are going to range over this collection. So for example, if the domain of discourse is the integers, for example here, so let's say it's the integers, then we can talk about things like e of x, where x is even, so of course, because that makes sense for integers, right? And L of xy, whether an integer is smaller than the other one. You could also have the domain be, for example, the real numbers, which might be more natural for statements about square roots, for example. I mean, you could also have these statements over the domain of integers, but then you can't be talking about square roots of real numbers and so on. So the choice of the domain generally depends on what you are interested in studying or talking about, and then your predicates are going to be defined over that domain, right? As another example, the domain could be something like students in this class, and then you have predicates like whether a student submitted a homework or not, whether a student sent an email to one or not, and so on. So the domain matters because the same formula can mean different things or have different true values depending on what object the variable ranges over. So whenever we use predicate logic, we should always specify the domain. So always specify the domain of discourse. You should always make it clear what you are talking about.